Hey, welcome back! I'm so sorry, Mr. Wright. I'm sorry for what my sister said. Drastic crimes require drastic measures.
I killed him. It was me.
That's just the way it is. We did what we had to. We were for him to get the verdict he deserved. I didn't know. I never knew that the SL9 incident was just another name for the Joe Darke killings.
Sounds like everybody's heard about these killings but me.
Lana wanted Darke convicted so badly. That's why she used me. That's why she used what happened to me.
What do you mean, what happened to you?
It's all there in the file. Joe Darke's last victim was Prosecutor Neil Marshall. When he murdered Officer Marshall's brother, he left behind an incriminating piece of evidence.
But what did you have to do with those killings, Emma?
On the night Prosecutor Neil Marshall was murdered, Joe Darke tried to kill me.
What? He tried to kill you?
Officer Marshall's brother, Neil, was only trying to save me.
That means you...
Yes, I was a witness in the Joe Darke trial.
I didn't see that one coming.
Whoa, nice one, Chew. Look at the plant.
Mia's plant, Charlie. I've been taking care of him and Mia's absence. And Maya's absence. Definitely Mia's absence.
It's the same thing. Nixon, yep. Dawn.
I've been taking care of him in Mia's absence. She's dead.
Yeah.
It's my badge. What do you think?
Yeah, it's the same thing. Hold on, I'm gonna talk in a second. Give me a second. Okay. It happened 2 years ago. It was right about this time of the year, too. There was a terrible thunderstorm that day. Unusual for the season. I was alone in my sister's office. We were planning to eat dinner together once she finished her work. Then, suddenly, this terrifying man came bursting into the office.
So he showed up to kill her, and Emma just happened to be in there. Joe Darke.
It seemed like he was running from someone. He pulled out a knife and screamed at me.
He screamed at me.
I didn't know what was going on. Just then, Prosecutor Marshall showed up.
Jack Marshall's brother.
Joe Darke tried to take me hostage. But before he could, Mr. Marshall tackled him. Then...
What happened?
I'll never forget it. Lightning struck, and the lights went out. Suddenly, a bolt of light flashed outside the window, lighting up the office for an instant. What I saw then burned a permanent picture in my mind. I can still see it now.
A permanent picture?
I don't remember the moment when Darke stabbed Mr. Marshall.
So you weren't able to testify about that?
No. I was only asked about when I was attacked. Honestly, why she made up the crime.
Made it up? You mean provided bogus evidence?
Bogus! The prosecutor's office wanted that guilty verdict so badly. Lana forged the evidence and Mr. Edgeworth used it.
Edgeworth?
Yes, but I'm sure he didn't know anything about it. He couldn't have known if he was being given false evidence. Even so, that's when it all started. The rumors about Mr. Edgeworth, I mean. It's all my fault. If I could have just testified properly, none of this would have happened.
So it's true. Even though he may not have known it, Edgeworth really was involved in falsifying evidence.
If that case ended, Lana was never the same. She became cold, like she is today.
She must not have been able to face up to what she did, especially not to Emma. What did you see in the instant that crime occurred?
Darke knocked down Mr. Marshall and raised his knife.
Neil Marshall was stabbed right in front of this poor girl.
I don't remember what happened after that. Apparently I passed out.
His hair looked like an onion.
Joe Darke?
Yeah.
Fuck! Why'd you say that? Now I cannot see it. When I came to, Lana was cradling me in her arms.
But did you never notice it looked like an onion?
No, I just thought he had like a top knot, like Monodame did.
No, he looked like onion. Poor Emma. We've been through so much.
I couldn't bring myself to testify about that incident.
Come on, show me Joe Darke again. I want to see that bulbous top.
I tried, but the words just wouldn't come out. I drew a picture, but it wasn't any good.
2 years ago. You must have been 14. It's understandable.
Once it was all over, I made up my mind.
And Mia was the defendant.
The defendant?
Defense.
My God. I decided that when I grew up, I'd become a scientific investigator. I wanted to be able to fight crime with my testimonies and find the evidence to make an airtight case. That way, Lana would never have to forge any.
I see. I think I'm finally starting to understand what makes Emma tick. There's still something that bothers me about that crime. Something that's puzzling me, Emma.
What is it?
You said you were in Lana's office at the time, right?
That's right.
Why then would a serial killer come running in there? Not only that, but he was being chased by a prosecutor.
Oh, there's no mystery there. Joe Darke had been taken in for questioning that day.
Taken in for questioning? You mean by the police?
Of course. This happened at the police department. He tried to run away halfway through the interview and fled into my sister's office.
But why did he run all the way over to your sister's office?
Because the detective's office is in the questioning room right across from the elevator.
Just the... They take him into question. The police? No, the Buddha's down the street. Yeah. What do you mean? Of course the police! Don't be stupid, Phoenix! The Buddha's down there. We're trying to get him to convert.
He just woke up. I give him a break.
Across from the elevator. Lana was the chief prosecutor, wasn't she?
No, silly! Didn't I tell you? 2 years ago, Lana was a detective. She was the best in the entire force.
Is she Angel Star?
My God, what a twist. She's doing a fucking Mrs. Doubtfire.
Grab Emma by the shirt. Don't ever touch me again like that, I swear to God. That's it! You're getting
full on suplex.
I'll give you the twirly whirly. What? That's news to me.
After the Joe Darke case, she was transferred to the prosecutor's office and made chief prosecutor.
She knew too much. Lana used to be a detective. I'd better have another drink.
Yeah. Move to the detention center.
You thirsty, John?
Yes, thank you.
All right, here you go. Just a glass of water. I got nothing else on me.
Wait, hold on. I'm looking at the script. Yes, I'm looking at the script. Stop talking to me. Stop talking to me. Stop it. Stop. Stop.
I love you. Woo, we didn't hear that one.
Oh, what? Mr. Wright, it seems I keep causing you trouble.
Yeah, because you won't just tell me straight up what happened. Seems I'm causing trouble. Yeah, just tell me what the fuck happened.
Nope.
Both times, just flat out truth. Not this, you'll learn later. God.
Caw.
If I had a chocolate, I'd slap you with it.
Chocolate?
Chocolate.
Oh.
Flip-flop.
Oh.
That is a Mexican mother's flip-flop. You know, the ones who have deadly aim. Falsifying evidence. I didn't think you were the type.
Criminals don't mind playing foul. Why should we? But Lana, if you're wrong, an innocent person might be found guilty. Believe me, I understand the risks.
I'm okay killing the innocent.
Yeah.
They all deserve to die. Lana. Emma told me about you.
Oh?
Found out you were a detective 2 years ago. And how the SL9 incident was the reason for your transfer to the prosecutor's office.
That's right.
Could you fill me in on the details, especially about the unusual change of jobs?
I suppose you have a right to know, Mr. Wright. No, actually, don't talk to me. I'm going
back to the criminal affairs department. I don't see Detective Gumshoe anywhere.
Things seem quiet around here today.
You're right. Chief of Detective seems the same, though.
Why don't we go talk to some...
Right.
Who cares? We're talking to the chief.
That man must be the chief of detectives. He stared at the screen so hard it might shatter.
What? The case may have been fabricated. That's what I thought all along! I just never bothered to tell anyone.
Now there's a guy who cares about his work. Alright, let's see what you're daydreaming. This must be one of the detectives. He's mumbling something to himself.
That's it. The villain used a time machine. Very clever indeed. That would explain the alibi. The future might not be so far away after all.
He's watching a murder that happened in Back to the Future. He's not reading a... What is it? He's not reading a script. He's writing a novel.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right, please. Howdy, Bambina.
Oh, Officer, Mr. Marshall, I need to look at the thing.
I just realized what this music fucking reminds me of.
What?
The exact same style I started with.
That was kind of, yeah, I would say so. I don't think it's the same composer.
No shit. Capcom, indie developer.
No. They can get somebody.
You never made it far enough to get to the desert area, though.
No. I can hear like the sound
this
too.
This is almost really close to what the desert sounds like.
Oh, Mr. Marshall. I never thought things turned out this way when I woke up this morning. Hey, Sarah. Never know where life will lead you, raised Bambina.
I never took Spanish. What does it mean?
It means what goes around comes around type of thing. It's kind of like that. This is my line. I should have known my luck.
Unless you want Phoenix to be dead.
Old Billy dried up this morning. Billy?
Must be his pet cactus. Say, where are you headed?
Just over to the prosecutor's office for a little interrogation. It's a voluntary appearance. But we all know I won't be coming back.
Are you?
Sorry. You can't go in the evidence room today, partner.
Are you taking your knife and your gun with you?
Yeah, dude. Turn them in. Yeah, sure. But Mr. Marshall, why did you do it? Why the prospectors head west. If ever there was a case I needed to know the truth about, it was that one.
They headed west for adventure.
Gold.
Not to figure out what's out there. They already knew what was out there. That's where they headed that way. You going to the gold mine? No.
No, of course not.
Who told you?
Man, I heard there was a gold mine over there. Go that way.
Before you turn yourself in, Mr. Marshall, would you mind telling us exactly what happened?
Looks like I won't be getting a steak lunch today. Something was fishy about that trial from the beginning. It wasn't just me either. All the detectives thought so.
I'll go to your girlfriend and I'll get you the steak thing.
Nope, not doing that. I don't want to talk to her.
Could you actually do that for him?
No.
I'll go to your girlfriend. Nope, I don't want to hear a word she has to say. What do you mean, fishy?
Some of the facts reported were inconsistent with the evidence we found. For example, the murder weapon.
Murder weapon? You mean switchblade knife with the broken tip?
That was Joe Darke's, alright. But in the initial autopsy report, a question was raised.
Where's the tip?
A question? The blade of the knife was not in a perfect match with the wound the victim sustained.
What does that mean?
It means there is a good chance that the knife was not the murder weapon.
They shot him with a gun and then he dug the bullet out.
However, in the report that was finally submitted, that possibility had been erased.
Could the facts have been concealed with forged evidence?
That case left behind scars on all of us. Scars that SL9 incident left behind. I got the looks, but he got the brains. He was one of the best prosecutors around. I had just made detective when it went down. It was our first case together. How old was he? Your brother? He was 27 at the time. He was awarded the highest honor that very day.
The highest honor? You mean the...
Gaining prosecutors.
I knew it.
What are you looking at me like that for? That's an honor for a prosecutor.
Marshall must have really been close to it with his brother.
The day the SL9 incident took place. That wasn't the same day as... That's right. It was the day of the evidence transfer.
Interesting.
Drizzling that morning. By nightfall there was thunder. Can't believe 2 years have gone by already. I tried to steal the evidence so the case wouldn't die.
Apparently someone tried to stop you. Detective Goodman was murdered, and the evidence locker was empty.
There was something going on behind the scenes in that case. We all knew that later. Every detective involved in that investigation, save one, was taken care of.
Really funny that he has just the normal police outfit on underneath all of his Western garbage.
The star was fired, I was demoted and boxed away in that tiny room.
What about Detective Goodman?
They did something to him too. Commissioners will get suspicious. No, they were careful enough not to be too obvious.
They?
Who are you talking about? Don't get upset, Bambina. I mean Damon Gant and Lana Sky.
Oh, they're dating.
The investigation lead, Damon Gant, and his second command, Lana Sky.
Husband and wife.
There wasn't a person on the force who hadn't heard of that duo. That case was the biggest step in both their careers.
After the case ended, Lana transferred to the prosecutor's office, right?
Yeah. Damon Gant, your chief of police, arranged for that to happen. She's never been the same since he left.
Oh!
Anyone who knew said so. Chief Prosecutor Sky was totally different when she was a detective.
I thought he mentioned that Emma said something like that too.
Tell me, what happened to my sister? Sorry, Bambina, but her secret is too well guarded. I never found out.
Lana's secret. It all started 2 years ago.
So there you have it. That's my story. Did you enjoy it, partner?
Ah, Rango. It was certainly enlightening.
There's one thing for sure I found out in court today. That boy Edgeworth isn't my enemy. He was the one who used falsified evidence to get a guilty verdict. Someone else was the one who gave him that evidence and planned everything. That someone is Damon Gant. Don't believe me? Well, I don't blame you. I won't even be a patrolman after today. Too bad I won't be around to work with you. You become a real scientific investigator. Adios, Bambina! So him spitting out the cap means that he hasn't been drinking this entire time. He's just faking it. That was when he actually got drunk. He was gonna go to jail. Forever.
Or did he just happen to swallow the cat?
Oh. That could be it as well.
He might have just forgot to take the cap off, and then when he started, oh. A lot of revelations were uncovered at the trial today. Not the least of which was the fact that this case is largely connected to another one 2 years ago.
Evidence from that case was stolen as well. Though I expected as much. I know how obsessive Officer Marshall can be. A trial, it really wasn't fair, was it? I believed in you, Lana. I believed that no matter what happened, you always stick to the truth. Could it be helped, Emma?
My god, my voice is fucking killing me, dude.
At that trial 2 years ago, I sold my soul.
She made a deal with Gant. Because his name is almost Damien. Made a deal with the devil. Whose number is 777.
My god.
Well, the drama aside, the fact of the matter is, 5:15, there was no murder at the police department.
Tell me it's not true, Lana. With this, Miss Starstead. About you stabbing Mr. Goodman with a knife.
What she looked like too. She
Ah! Lana! I don't understand. Why won't you tell us? Emma, this doesn't involve just me.
I don't think I've ever seen Lana look so faced. I don't think I've ever seen Latina look.
It's true. I was a member of the police force 2 years ago. She was amazing. They still talk about all the cases she and Chief Gant cracked together.
Chief Gant.
He was the deputy chief. He was the deputy chief of police back then, but he still worked on the crime scenes. Him and Gant. He was everything I aspired to be. They were the best team ever. They solved crimes before the reports could even be filed.
Is his name supposed to be a pun?
Damon Gant? Most of these are, but I can't recall what his is.
Emma really idolized her big sister. But now you're chief prosecutor. What happened?
I always planned on becoming a prosecutor. The reason I became a detective was to gain experience investigating crime scenes, so you could use that experience in court, right? Gant's hoping the SL9 case was crucial to its resolution. After that, I became chief of police and arranged my transfer to the prosecutor's office.
It was help me forge this shit so we can get this guy. And I'll put you over in the prosecutor's office at a high rank. Maybe I should ask more about this investigation of their 2 years ago.
2 years ago, I was second in command of the detectives investigating Darke.
Second in command. That means the investigation lead was Damon Gant, right?
Yes. Deputy Chief Gant and I shared the same office, and the same investigations.
We even had the same office.
We led a team of the best detectives on the force. Detective Goodman, whose case it was, Marshall, and Angel Starr. It was the first time Marshall worked with his brother. He was quite gung-ho.
Ah, so his brother's actually in the picture now.
Without a doubt, Joe Darke was the serial killer. We asked him to come in for questioning. We were desperate for evidence. It was when his final murder took place.
We tried to murder him.
Prosecutor Marshall was trying to save me from Darke.
From Drake.
From Drake.
You were underage.
Yeah, that's true. You see, the first person who happened upon the scene of the crime was me.
Now you tell us.
Damon Gant and Neil Marshall were the ones questioning Darke that day. The investigation was in its final stages, and Darke must have suddenly panicked. So he waited until Gant and Marshall let their guards down, then fled the room. From there, ran straight to the office shared by Deputy Chief Gant and myself. That's where he found me.
So you were the first person to run to the scene, Lana.
It appears so. I was filing some papers while Gant and Marshall were questioning Darke. When I returned to my office, I saw 3 bodies on the floor and smelled blood.
3 bodies. Prosecutor Marshall and the victim Emma, who had passed out.
And the suspect, Joe Darke. During the struggle, it seems Mr. Marshall struck a final blow before he died. Darke had incurred a minor concussion and lay unconscious.
What did you do?
To be honest, I panicked. I picked up Emma, carried her out of the room, and just held her.
Can't blame her. After all, her sister must have gone through.
After that,
You question the fact of where it was in his back and how that's an odd place to stab a knife when you're in front of him.
Okay.
I do the in front of because of how Marshall fell
Yeah.
on him. They had to have been face to face. And to be struck in the back, that doesn't... You're not... I'm gonna get you back. That's how I get you.
Wait, let me hug you for a second.
Ah! And the last image Emma saw was Marshall on his knees.
Yeah.
Which... I got you on your knees. I'm gonna go ahead and just pop you in the back real quick and get you that way.
After that, I placed Darke under immediate arrest.
Let me get this straight. Onion Head? You were involved in the SL9 incident?
That's right. Quite a coincidence.
I don't buy it.
What are you saying?
There's no way everyone involved in this trial was also involved in that incident. Whoa, just by chance.
But the case was solved 2 years ago.
At least one person went to extremes because they didn't believe it was truly solved.
Officer Marshall. Yes, his actions came as a surprise to me as well.
We're getting fire under our ass. Let's go!
Ever since his brother died, he's changed completely. I guess he wasn't convinced with the ruling against Joe Darke.
Phoenix Wright is pissed off.
Life doesn't end with the closing of a case. Everyone has to live the rest of their lives with their memories.
The case just might not be over yet. Really? Emma was assaulted by Darke at the police department, right?
Yes, in the office that Damon Gant and I shared. The office that Mr. Gant now occupies by himself. The chief's office!
Why were there not other cops around to stop him from running?
Could be like a secret interrogation. Could be, he was running away, and like he didn't run into any cops in the hallway. I mean, look at Gant. He's a big guy. Gant's a big guy.
Gant probably murdered Marshall and told him, run to my office. Kill that prosecutor too.
But Neil Marshall died in the office.
And he just, he knocked him out, he dragged him to the office.
Dragged him throughout the hallways.
And just threw him in the office. And then clean it up.
You got it.
Maybe we should have a look at the chief's office, the site of the final SL9 murder. And I have no more questions for you.
I'm gonna go to this place.
Place is always pretty empty, but today it's deserted.
That must mean everyone's busy solving crimes. Oh! Been looking for the others, they're all in the conference room.
Now's our time. Thanks. Wow, you actually talked to us.
Well, the chief prosecutor saying what she did and the decision about what to do about Mr. Edgeworth, not to mention our statement to the media in tomorrow's trial. There's more chaos going on than Thanksgiving and Christmas put together!
I think festive is the word usually used for those.
Sir, would you like to have a look around Chief Gant's office? Just use the connecting hallway to the other building and take the elevator to the top floor. Really? You mean, it's okay for us to go in there? I mean, we aren't police officers or anything. Hey, you're right! You can't go in there, it's off limits!
She really blew it for us.
Dawn.
Now I see where Detective Gumshoe gets his unique charm.
Well, what are we waiting for? Let's head to the chief's office.
Well, he told us we couldn't, but now I don't care at this point. What the fuck is this, Phantom of the Opera? He sits there. I'm ugly! Whoa, where am I?
In the chief's office, silly. At least, that's what I said on the door.
He wanted this big office all to himself, so he had Lana moved.
That's the reason, yeah.
Check out the pipe organ. That's real, isn't it?
Hey, I used to take organ lessons in kindergarten. They used to call me Little Miss Bach.
Bach.
I thought I was a genius until they tried teaching me notes.
Wow, you could hold a chord. Great.
I never could remember where C was. Ah! Oh, it's you two!
Gant came in, he's like, it's here!
Hey, this is how you do it.
Chief Gant! He put the paper he was reading in his desk.
So, Righto, have you been swimming lately?
I don't swim! You know that. No, I haven't. I've been kind of busy lately.
I can appreciate that. I've had my hands full too with Mr. Marshall's misconduct and Lana's provocative statement.
Provocative statement? Oh, you mean about the forged evidence?
Oh, 2 years have passed since that incident. My, how time flies!
You know, you have the same eyes as Darke.
See that big picture on the wall over there?
I'm sorry, did the original Gant die and Darke took over?
That's a picture of Lana, Neil, and me.
Now, wait a minute. Gonna have to see that court record real quick. I was looking at that evidence real right. Yeah, there's something missing from that trophy right then, damn there. I say there is a sword missing from that trophy.
My God. Good God.
I think it's the real murder weapon of the SL9 incident.
Goo gaga.
So this is Mr. Marshall's brother, Prosecutor Neil Marshall.
We took it to commemorate our work together.
Before we stabbed. What the fuck is that? Why is there another knife?
That's not a knife. It's a spear.
It's a sharp object.
Yeah.
Something's not right with this picture. Can't quite seem to put my finger on it though.
I don't think I got the point. Gant team picture.
We killed him.
Photo at the award ceremony of Gant, Lana, and Neil.
Gant, Neil, and Lana. You don't do guy, girl. You goo. You do guy, girl, guy.
Anyway, I like to reminisce all day, but there are matters that need my attention. I'm going to lock up here, so let's go out together. Oh, but this office. It was a crime scene 2 years ago, wasn't it? That case has been long since over. There's no need to investigate it though anymore.
All the same, we'd still like to have a look around.
Perhaps you didn't hear me. I said there's no need to investigate it anymore.
That doesn't
No, hurry up and get out! I have a meeting to attend!
Alright, we're gonna pretend to go to the bathroom and we're gonna run back.
Looks like we're unwelcome.
Seems that case isn't over with yet, after all.
What do you mean?
Chief Gant denied our request to search the crime scene. That means there must be a reason he doesn't want us looking around in it.
You mean, like, a clue?
A clue? There's gotta be a way we can get inside the chief's office.
And we're gonna figure out how we get inside in.
The next
So
episode.
you can watch this episode of It's Tony Makes like
Every day.
Bye.